Hello guys. We're back, and welcome to the first episode from the office. So if I sound very different, that's generally because there's no wind and I'm on a relatively comfortable microphone. We are going to do a episode on the layout, how I came up with the plans for turning this house into the proposed, what turns out to be holiday accommodation. So whenever I say house, I mean holiday accommodation. But eventually one day, if they're nice and I go the right way about it, they might let me turn it into a house, which would be nice. So, where are we? Let's go with some existing elevations, or the plan as it seems. I went out and measured the barn. It was that simple. I've got a tape measure, I measured from one side to the other. It turns out the barn from there to there is approximately 15 metres. And width-wise, it is approximately 4.6 metres. That is with the current wall thickness or external measurement. External measurements, I'm sure it's about 5 metres. Yeah, 5.05 metres. 5 metres and 5 centimetres. We've also got this bit on the end here, which is... It did this before. It's not 5 metres, it's just over, 2.85 metres. So 2.1 metres, should we say. This is the space I have to work with for the end side, as if we're looking from... Have we got a workshop one? We have got a workshop one. Oh, didn't like that. From the floor to the ridge, we've got approximately 4.3 metres. Not enough. And to the eaves, 2.7. This is ground floor inside. Sorry, finished floor level inside. Outside is approximately... Here it's about 700 below, so from that line to the ridge, 5 metres. We can gain quite a lot, just literally digging the floor out and building like a normal house. So we have our house, we have our square to work with. What do we do? I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I've got a rough idea. So we need to think about how we're going to get into the house. Primarily, the pond is here. The road is along the top here, and the drive comes in here. We are going to park here. Or one of us is going to park here, and the other one's going to park either here or by the house. The big house, sorry. So we've got pretty much... We either come in this side, because you can make a nice walkway along here, along by the pond, and come in the side of the house here somewhere. It would be grander. It would be nice to have a front door, you know, a nice welcoming area. But it's putting a hole on the roadside. It's more openings, and planners do not like holes on the roadside. So I didn't see the point in annoying them. So we've decided we're going to have to come in here, or here. To which I decided here was the best way. Nice and sheltered from the wind from both sides. I could possibly put a little roof across it. Nice and, you know, somewhere to come into your home. And that would leave all this space. I can put the drive up to here, with a retaining wall and some, you know, like a ramp or some steps here. So we've got our entrance. Also, mains water is over here somewhere, so that can come straight into what will eventually be a boiler house. And what is also nice is I've got a box. Before we definitely went down this road, we did look into building a house, you know, just on a patch of land somewhere. Which was nice. It was lovely to have the freedom of, I can make it, you know, I'll make it this big and I'll put a lump on the side of it like that, and I'll do this and I'll do that. But it ended up, nothing worked. You just got bigger and wider, and nothing ended up square, and then you started fudging things, and it was nice, but it was too much choice for me at the time. And this is not what I do, once again. So I thought, no, this is nice to have a box to, right, you've got to get your house or your accommodation into this box. So we had the box. From the back, it looks like so. We have these doors and the windows. This is the barn I'm taking down at the moment. That was the wall that fell down, the really bent bit from the drive side. This is where we started. This was very episode 1. This wall here was leaning more like that. We took that down. And then there's the roadside along here. We are currently salvaging this wall. We're up to about here somewhere, I think. This wall unfortunately came down, which really was an issue, and is an issue, but either way, we'll get over that. So we've now salvaged, a good corner, and we've only got this little bit left to do. I think that's going to take about the same amount of time as this bit did, but these bricks are coming off nicely. Either way, this is the original barn. Back on track. This is the space we had to work with. So what did we do with it? We designed this. We've got the back door, looking straight at it. Let's have a bit of a 3D view. Much prefer that. Here's the back door where we're coming in. There's that wall that was really drunk. All rebuilt in the same bricks. I was going to say this was still meant to be the original wall. Isn't going to be now, so I've got to rebuild that. Like I said, these will all look the same. These windows I'm not actually going to put in now. These were from the original working drawings, and the way, because they just wouldn't grant us planning permission the normal way. So these I'm going to brick in. I will put the lintels across for them, and I will put the closures and the returns on either side. But then I'll just fill them up with bricks in the middle, so it looks like a blank wall from the outside. But it is still potentially, in the future, if they are kind enough to let me retrospectively put these in or something, I will be able to do that. Here's the design. Roof lights. Also, I like roof lights. You can blend these into a roof very nicely. They're not as obtrusive as on just a basic wall because they're above eye line. So I've put them in as much as I can. So then we get to the plan. Where's the ground floor plan? Here we are. The main way into the house. There is another set of French doors here, which you saw. But for some reason my drawings aren't playing ball, and this line here is all blurred. It's a very grubby drawing, but it's here. You come into the house. I could have knocked through this wall. Obviously now I could change this up loads now because that wall's come down, and I can put a steel through here. I'm not going to. I like the layout. It works, and here's where I explain why. In my house at the moment, we live on a farm. This barn is still on a farm. There is mud on farms. You don't want to be having to go straight into your kitchen with wet coats, muddy boots, anything like this. This is essentially a boot room. They are brilliant ideas. They are where you kick off your dirty boots, you put your wet coat, and then you go into a nice warm kitchen. It's not an entrance hall. It's not a glamorous place. There's mud, there's wet stuff, there's laundry. It's just a fact of life, and if we were going to have a grand entrance hall or anything, a front door, it would have come through here. So either way, we're not. We're just going to come into the heart and soul of the house, into the laundry room. Take your coat off, take your muddy boots on the area. This here is the boiler room. You need a boiler room, especially with air source heat pumps, which is how I plan to heat this house. It's a nice big room. We've got approximately 1.3 metres, so you can, 1,360, you can get 2 600 tanks in there quite easily. And there's a bit of room to walk around, And the primary objective, a toilet. Somewhere where you haven't got to take your muddy boots off before you go into the house. Brilliant idea. Obviously, we've got one at home, and it gets used the most because you're working outside, you're working in the mud, you come in, you don't have to take your boots off before you go to the toilet. You can just walk straight in here, use the toilet, and go back to doing whatever you're doing on the farm. Next port of call when coming into a house, usually, is getting a drink. Come in, I need the toilet, and I want a drink. So we're going to come straight into the kitchen. Also works out that if you're coming from the car with your shopping, straight into the kitchen. I like this. I like this idea. I don't know the rules on planning a house, and I don't know how you're meant to do it. But I like that. This was meant to have a window behind the sink, obviously, because it's nice to, when one is washing up, one can look out of the window. But we can't have that window, so... or not at the moment. This might have to change a little bit. Either way, we've got the kitchen area. We've got all open plan down here. I like open plan. It's modern. It's clean. It's not... you go into loads of houses. It's up to you. It's all personal preference, but I don't like having to go through another door, go down the hallway, go out for another door, and it just breaks people up. No, I like open plan, so I'm having open plan. Kitchen area, approximately, how long is that? 4 metres wide. So that's plenty of space for units. These are wall units coming around here. Extractor fan. Extracted through the roof in here somehow. Because I'll have to have an extractor for this. So maybe I'll pump. No, I don't want to go out the front. We'll come down there, down the roof, and out here. We've also... What was it? Worktops. I've got a plan for the worktops. You see, this is a very curved end worktop. I have got a cunning plan. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But either way. This is the kitchen. Probably, more than likely, going to have a butcher's block in the middle. Maybe not a fixed island, but a you know, just a big wooden storage table-y thing. We've got one at home and they're very useful. This will be the dining area here. Dining table next to the window. There will probably be a relatively large fish tank right here. I haven't officially planned it into the drawings, but it's going to be there. A nice big fish tank. Living area, sofa, TV. What else do you need in the living area? Stereo. I know there is an issue with people coming down the stairs and walking across between me sitting here watching TV being there, and somebody walking across my field of view and being forced to walk across my TV program. I can't really get around that, so I'm not going to worry about it that much. Unless I'm sat here, put the fish tank over here possibly. Then I'll lose that area. I'm just going to have to live with it. There's not going to be that many people walking in front of the TV, is there? Let's be honest. So yeah, living area, sofas, table, you know, electrics station, a TV and whatnot. You'll notice downstairs we have got a bathroom. The family bathroom is downstairs. That is because we haven't got the height. The reason is because of this. This is a screenshot of one of my actual drawings. You're living in the eaves up here, essentially. 1.8 is approximately here. It's about there, I think. So you've got only a limited amount of space, and because of the narrowness of this building, you couldn't really get a nice shower in there, which was an issue for me. I like showers. So either way, we've put the bathroom downstairs. This I've drawn on as a shower base, but it won't be. I plan to have this as a very nice big wet room, and yes, this should be a very nice bathroom by the end of it. Either way, bathroom downstairs. It breaks up this nicely. This is a relatively large walkway. You could have a bookcase. Well, sorry, there's the French doors here, but you could have a bookcase on there, and you wouldn't encroach on this at all. And this is the snug, we're calling it. I'm not going to call it my office because we're building accommodation now, not my house. But this would eventually turn into my office if they let me turn it into a house. But for the moment, it's a snug. We like snugs. So yeah, this is downstairs. We've got living, kitchen, work, snug area, and the family bathroom. Upstairs, what did we decide upon? We're coming up the stairs here. Oh, I best explain that. I would thought about flipping this, possibly putting the stairs over this side, but once again with the French doors, that would mean I'd have to push the French doors back to here, and that would be going straight into the shed. So that's why we've put it over this side. Also, it helps with because the Glargester we're using is on the front of the building, or it's next door. We've got to come out the front, and it just makes pipes longer, and you've got to get more drop. So either way, that's why the bathroom and everything is exiting on that side, below ground. Upstairs, master bedroom. This is very nice. We're up to, I think that's about where 1.8 comes to, ish. So you can still walk happily round the bed, and that is plenty, more than enough area for cupboards and wider bits, so on. The toilet upstairs, I could have moved this wall there. Obviously adjusting the door. This door is actually going to have to be pushed this way a little bit because there's a steel upright right there. But it's it's irrelevant. That's just moving a door 4 inches. I put the toilet outside because I couldn't see any reason that I'd want either guests or children or whoever else is in the house to have to come through my bedroom door to use the toilet or go downstairs. Why not just put it on the landing and everyone can get to it? So I have toilet on the landing. Lovely. Also with a basin There are rules about toilets and kitchens, and it is a skeptical rule when you've only got one door between a toilet and a kitchen, even like downstairs. There's only one door here between a toilet and kitchen. From what I could read, and I did read into it quite in depth, it's okay as long as you have got a basin in there. So you can wash yourself post using, well, essentially wash your hands, like everyone should, before you go into the kitchen. Makes sense, but everything's got a basin. And you'll notice once again, everything's going towards the front of the house. All going to be wasted below the ground. Very nice. Upstairs, I've drawn this, I've cut this in half. I may not even put this wall in to start with. Might just leave that as another big guest room, or I've just shown that that is wide enough, because these are to scale, these are wide enough for a full-size double bed with cupboards next to it. You may have to sort of lean over a little bit here to get in here, but it's a kid's bedroom, it'll be fine. This is a big storage cupboard, because we haven't got a loft. So here is storage. Anywhere down either side of these is storage. This is storage, this is storage. There's space here for storage. These could be all built-in cupboards, like quite high-level cupboards actually, because I only need 900 here, doesn't I? Yeah, so all that could be cupboards up to there. So yeah, that's how we've got 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom and a study or office, or 2 bigger bedrooms, or however I decide to lay this out. But it was just making sure it all worked and where all my vent pipes are going, and because there'll be a vent pipe right here. You'll notice this here's stairs. Oh, you can't actually see it. I think it's that wall. Why haven't I lined these up properly? Here lines up with about here, so I can get a 4-inch soil pipe internally boxed in there quite nicely, and you know, it'll just be a little box next to the bath, because this is all going to be made up anyway. And you know, outside, and there will be one vent pipe up here, and I think I may have to have a little Virgo valve in here somewhere, but meh, it's downstairs, that'll be fine. But like I say, everything is on the front of the house, water-wise. I don't even know what else to say. I think that's explained it quite well. Roof, obviously. As many roof lights as I could possibly get to get some light in there. This one is directly above the stairs. My drawings just don't line up, do they? But it's directly above where the landing is, so that will let a lot of light in to this area. This might be a bit dull at the moment. This will also be a little bit dull. They've both got windows allowing light in. This one should be fine, although this is the south side, so we're losing a lot of light because I'm not going to put these windows in yet, but I'm hoping it'll be okay, and I am preparing to allow them to go in. So yeah, I hope that helps. Not when I say it helps, I hope that was entertaining. I hope you have learnt what you wanted to know about how I designed this here house from this here picture. Well, not this here picture, from measuring it. So yeah, if you like this and you want me to go through the programs I've used, like SketchUp, and even more so for making the videos and stuff, all the Handbrake, and I have to use a lot of programs to make these videos. If anybody's interested, let me know, and I will have a rough go through of how I make a video. Just the basics of it. You know, you haven't got to sit me and watch me film for 4 hours, but how the actual process works. If not, don't panic. I'm probably going to do one anyway, but I won't rush into it. So yeah, hope that helps, guys, and see you all soon.